Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video. Now, today's hot topic is, of course, the holiday sales of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Now, first I want to say that the reason why I got so angry with Xbox in the first place is that they were taking their games and putting them on the PlayStation, which devalued the Xbox console. That was always the reason that I was just done and fed up. The Xbox console was just an afterthought, and we're starting to see the consequences of Xbox's actions. Now, yesterday on X, I said, Xbox guys, can we just admit that the parity clause on Xbox should not be there? There should be some exceptions. Black Myth can run right now on the Xbox Series X, so why not just release it and work on the Xbox Series S release? Why do you guys not call on Xbox to do this? Let your voices be heard. Say something. Now, I had a lot of people come into the thread and say things. And Jez Corden came in and he actually said, well, if you do that, you're screwing over half of your base. Now, a lot of other people said that. And I counter saying that half of the base is getting screwed over because the Xbox Series S cannot run the game. So would it not be better to at least have some of the players playing the game instead of none of the players playing the game? And nobody could really answer that question because obviously some is better than none. So why are the Xbox Series X owners suffering because the game can't run on the Series S? Now, some say, well, it's not fair to the Series S owners. Let them have a way of playing the game. If they can't, then nobody can play it. And I just don't agree with that. Now, there's even a way to satisfy the Xbox Series S owners. What you can do is enable the Xbox Series X version via the cloud. Now, from my understanding, the server blades that Xbox is using are from the Xbox Series X. However, they are deploying the Xbox Series S version for their cloud gaming. Now, in an instance where the game is not running on the Series S, so you can't get it running on the Series S, you would give them the Xbox Series X version for this game until you can get it running on their system natively. I think that would be a way around it. Now, you would have to sell them a version of the game, so I guess it would be a cloud version of the game. And obviously, you would allow them to play the native version and still give them the option after the game comes out to continue to play the cloud version, because obviously it'd be using the Xbox Series X version, so it might have higher fidelity, maybe better frame rate. I always think that options are a good thing. Now, this is a multimedia tech giant. This should be something that could be implemented, and I just don't understand why they're not doing it. Now, some are saying, well, if you do this, all developers are not going to want to release their games on the Xbox Series S. Now, most developers aren't having as a hard time getting their games at launch, at least to be able to be launched on multiple systems, including the Xbox Series S. Now, we've had a few instances where it is harder, and developers flat out say it is harder to get all of the game into the little RAM that is in the Series S. But with optimization, they are getting it done. Like I said, there's a few companies or a few developers that haven't been able to do it. They've had some issues. Microsoft helped with BGR3's developers. I think they should help with the Wukong developers. Now, I said all of that to say this, that mind share absolutely matters. This is the second holiday season that Xbox has missed out on a huge blockbuster game. Last year, it was Baldur's Gate 3. This year, it's Black Myth Wukong. And I think it drives some people to buy other consoles. Maybe not the entire base, obviously, but it does have a role in mindshare. And today we are hearing from Paul Tassi. We are now hearing that the estimates for the PlayStation 5, that they're beating the Xbox 5-1 in sales for November. That is absolutely huge. Now, let's just click on the article, and like usual, I'll leave a link in the description down below so you guys can check it out for yourself. Now, it goes on to say that Microsoft is downplaying the need to own an Xbox in the wake of several years' focus of Game Pass and new everything is an Xbox campaign, and the market continues to head down the road of this result. New sales estimates from VG Charts. Now, they also prefix that it's not the official number, but you can use it because they are pretty close to the trending timelines and the results when they come out. So they say in November 2024, the console sales were for the PlayStation 5, 4.1 million. For the Switch, it was 1.7 million. For the Xbox Series consoles, and that's both the Series X and Series S, it was 767,000 consoles. That is abysmal. And this is November, the busiest season of the year for video games. It's November and December, the holiday season. And they're only doing 767,000 units. Now, the article goes on to say that the PlayStation 5 was boosted by the PlayStation 5 Pro, making for an 18% boost from a year ago. While the Xbox X and S sales are down 25%, the Switch is nearly the same, just a slight dip. That ratio means the PlayStation 5 sold 5.4 times more consoles than the Xbox did that month. This year, the estimate puts the PlayStation 5 at 15.31 million to the Xbox's 4.01 million, just under a 4-to-1 ratio. Now, that is crazy. They sold pretty much in 1 month what Xbox sold in consoles for the whole year. Please don't tell me that having exclusives doesn't matter. It clearly does, and the sales are reflecting that. Mind share is very important. The kids are not asking for an Xbox console. They're asking their parents for a PlayStation 5. The casuals, they want a PlayStation 5. Sony has the mind share for console gamers. Now they have a PlayStation 5 Pro that offers you better performance. And it's increasing the PlayStation 5 sales by 18% from a year ago. That is absolutely insane. And then I see a lot of people trying to cope, saying sales don't matter. It's all about the engagement. I don't know one company that is in business not to make money. Sales absolutely matter. Video game console sales matter, and the game sales matter. These are the most important things. If these companies were not selling lots of units, they wouldn't be in business. I just don't understand the logic in it. Yes, Game Pass is a great service. It's a fantastic value. Unfortunately for Microsoft, they didn't sell enough Xbox consoles. That's why they migrated over to PC. And I gotta be honest with you, the PC is kind of backpacking Game Pass right now. They have a lot more subscribers, or I should say the increase in subscription rates is higher on PC than it is on console. Maybe over the holiday season, it might have shifted a little bit. I'll have to look into the numbers, but nonetheless, PC does make up for a huge amount of Game Pass members. So, although the service is doing good, they need to have more traction. They need more consumers. They need to sell more consoles. By not having exclusives on your platform, it makes it less attractive to gamers. I know some gamers that were going to pick up an Xbox Series X for Indiana Jones. Now that that game is announced for the PlayStation, they're waiting to get it on the PlayStation. They could have had so many more sales over this holiday season because that game, it rated pretty good. It got rated excellent from other outlets for its graphic fidelity. So it could have moved consoles, but the fact that it's coming to another platform, the PlayStation platform, the most popular platform with the most console gamers, people were not enticed to pick up an Xbox Series X or S for that game. These are all facts. So all you guys out there saying that sales don't matter, I don't understand what type of cope that you're on. Sales absolutely matter. If Xbox was #1 in sales for games and for the consoles, all these Xbox guys that are saying otherwise right now would be screaming at the top of their lungs that Xbox is #1 in sales for games and for consoles, or that Xbox has Game of the Year, whatever. They would be screaming that all the time. So it's very disingenuous to say that sales don't matter. It absolutely matters. Yes, engagement matters as well, but if your platform has 30 million compared to 70 million, the platform that has 70 million, their engagement is much more meaningful. It means a lot more consumers have access to their products, and it means a lot more potential sales. I just don't understand the logic in what you guys are saying. Sales absolutely matters. And when you see that the Xbox sales are so low, you have to admit that there is a problem. And that has always been my problem with Xbox, not addressing these problems that maybe wouldn't result in the outcome that we're getting right now. That has been my problem with some of these hardcore fans that can never admit that Microsoft perhaps is not doing things the way that they should be done. I've always said that the result of their actions is going to make the console less of a focus for them. It's also going to make the console less relevant. And when we see that they're getting outsold by 4-to-1 ratio for the year, a 5-to-1 ratio for the month, that is absolutely unacceptable, and something really needs to change at Microsoft or Xbox specifically. So for all you guys out there thinking that Microsoft or Xbox is not going to be bringing their games to other platforms, they absolutely will, because they are getting crushed in sales and they need to recoup their investments. You're going to see a lot of these games come a lot sooner than you would think. I think a lot of games are going to come day and date. I think some games are still going to be staggered within a 6-month window. But I also think, like I said, we're going to get games day and date. So in closing, I got to say this. If you care about the Xbox brand, you got to let your voices be heard. Because whatever they're doing over there right now, it is not working. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Stop with all of the Xbox talking points. Stop touting all of the games in the Game Pass service when nobody is buying those games and you don't have the infiltration that you would like for Game Pass, with only 30 million consoles being sold this generation compared to the 70 million consoles that the PlayStation has sold. PlayStation's not doing Game Pass, so they're getting full value for their games. And I'm not taking a shot at Game Pass, as I do think it's the best value in gaming. Unfortunately, not enough consoles were sold in order for it to be as profitable as Microsoft needs it to be. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think about all of this. I'm tired of talking about the failures of Xbox. I just want the true Xbox fans to acknowledge this and try to get Microsoft to change direction on some of the things that they're doing. I do not believe that it is good for the platform to put all of your exclusives or any of your big exclusives on the leading platform. That cannot be good for your console. And once again, everything that I'm saying here is being proven in the sales data. To reiterate, Xbox sold 4 million consoles this year, combined with the Xbox Series X and S. Sony sold 15 million PlayStation 5s, and of course, we have to include the PlayStation 5 Pros. The PlayStation 5 Pro increased their revenue 18% year over year. So clearly something's not working at Xbox. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section down below. Like I usually say, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.